Hi, everybody. This is Silvio Canto in Dallas, Texas on Thursday, January the 25th. Welcome to our video commentary. It is fascinating to me how the whole debate over border security, DACA, and everything else has changed in 1 week. A week ago, we were basically watching Senator Schumer threatening to shut down the government over DACA, and you had, in many ways, a very active Democrat Party saying, if we don't get this, we're going to shut down the government. Today, that whole thing has changed. And now we basically have Democrats like Senator Manchin of West Virginia saying, of course we have to have a wall. And by the way, I think there's going to be more like him saying that. And it just seems to me like this whole border security debate has changed in a week. It has gone from being a debate about DACA to being a debate about border security that includes DACA. So I think it's fascinating, and I'm not necessarily saying that President Trump made all of this happen, but it clearly has moved in his direction. And it goes back to what we have written about. I have a post about this at the American Thinker on Thursday morning. These great divisions within the Democrat Party, what I have always referred to as the party of Los Angeles, let's say, versus the party of the center of the country, where you have a lot of Democrats in the center of the country, what I would describe as more traditional Democrats, meaning a lot of blue-collar Democrats, rural Democrats. They used to be the base of the party, by the way. That was the base of the Democrat Party. Well, that party right now feels very threatened, I think, by the more left-wing orientation of the party of Los Angeles. And in the case of 2018, you have several Democrats who represent those kinds of states, like in Montana, in North Dakota, in Missouri, Indiana, West Virginia, even the new senator from Alabama. And what they're basically saying is, hey, we need border security if you want our vote for DACA. So I think that's what's going to happen. I think you're going to see a resolution to DACA, and it'll probably mean the legalization of a number of these so-called dreamers. They say 800,000, so let's assume that's the figure. I don't think all of those are going to qualify because I don't know how many of those have criminal backgrounds. But if they're clean, if they're going to school or whatever, I think most of them will get in return for what will be some tough security measures on the border. I happen to be one of those who believes that a fence, from San Diego to Harlingen, Texas, is probably not the best idea. You can have a fence in certain parts, but I'm not sure that a fence in the desert of Arizona is going to make much difference. But anyway, I'm open to any suggestions. I'm not an expert on it, so I'm willing to listen to anybody who has an idea. But clearly my objective is border security. And I also think you have to go after employers and make it very serious that if you hire somebody without papers, there's going to be a very serious penalty. So all of this, I think, is in the negotiation right now. Everything's on the table, as they like to say. But when you look at the big picture, the politics of all of this, in 1 week, the change has been dramatic from where we were last Thursday to where we are today. There clearly has been a change. Now, the question I ask is, has there really been a change, or maybe was it always this way? I tend to think that it was always this way, but for whatever reason, the people who were making all the noise were obviously, more of what I would call the left wing of the Democrat Party. So here we are. I think we're headed for a solution to this problem. Whether it happens before March 5th or not, I don't know. But I'm beginning to think, particularly now that Senator Manchin has come out and called for the wall, I think you're going to see a solution that includes the wall. And if I was a dreamer, I would be calling my Democrat supporters and saying, hey, just cut the deal. Work with President Trump, because that's about the only way I'm going to be legalized if I was a dreamer. So interesting to me, fascinating to me, how this debate has changed in a week. Thank you very much for listening. We have all of these commentaries over at YouTube. We have them also on Twitter, and we have them at my blog. Thank you very much. Have a great day.